It is now the year 2022. Happy New Year to everybody. And as per tradition, we have WWF Wrestlemania, the arcade game. For a number of years, there was a nearby arcade that would hold New Year's events. And the first thing I would do after each New Year, when midnight came around and we all celebrated, I would go straight to the WWF Wrestlemania cabinet and do a 1cc with Undertaker. So we're not at the arcade. I'm at home right now, but I have MAME, so we didn't do it last year, but we'll keep the tradition going, and we'll do the 1cc playthrough with the Undertaker on this game. We're going to go through and just to verify, we have game difficulty set to maximum, 10 impossible. So we'll go back and we'll get this started then. So here we go, WWF Wrestlemania by Midway. And we're going to go down to the Undertaker. I'm going to hold the left and I'm going to press power kick. And what that will do was will enable a color for us. His red motion capture costume. Affectionately call him the ketchup taker. There is a yellow version that you can have a mustard taker as well. But we're just going to lure everybody outside of the ring. We're going to do this this big slam here. Slam him 4 times. So there's a chunk of characters that have moves like that. Call them quad slams. A lot of these strategies and terminologies and such picked up from the streamer LRock617, which you should all follow on Twitch and YouTube if you haven't already. And so there we got round 1 done. Best 2 out of 3. WWF Wrestlemania is kind of its own beast. I wouldn't even say it's halfway between fighting game and wrestling. It's mostly a fighting game that has a bunch of wrestling themes to it. There are, even though it has a Mortal Kombat setup with the 4 attack buttons and the block button, there are a number of different mechanics, such as the grappling and the ability to run. So there, we got it. We got his fatality. His finishing move will stuff him in the casket and put him away. And we also avoided a perfect in that round 2. So we get those little icons down there. Those are the adjustable difficulty. The more you get... Oh, we got double Hitman here. Heart Foundation. You got red and blue Brett. I love the blue tights on Brett here. But for every 10 of those icons that you get, the game ranks up. Makes it a little bit tougher for you. So try to do 1cc play. Especially on max difficulty, we want to avoid getting perfects because those add even more to your icons. Especially if you get a double perfect, I think adds 5. And like I said, every 10, it ranks up on you. Here we go. And then the slam is done by pressing down, down, kick, and then you press the punch button to continue the slams. By default, it does. When you hit all 4 slams, that's about 40% damage. It's a ridiculous move. It's so good for Undertaker. For people that might be getting into the game, Undertaker is a great start. And you can see here, I'll even do a little... you can do a super combo that I have that combo meter lit up, but since I did the glitch and threw him out of the ring, I don't lose my combo meter, I get to keep it. So we can, got a reversal. So we get to keep our combo meter, and that gives us the ability to do yet another combo. And this is we'll do a crowd pleaser, do the big combo. And finish him off. So there's another win. We're on to match 3. Doink and Razor. I watch out for Doink. He's very fast. So the thing that makes Undertaker great is he has so many tools. This quad slam, the slam is great, but he has so many other tools at his disposal as well. One of which being his projectiles. Oops. Razor's gonna ruin this for us here. So Undertaker has two projectiles. One is a stun and the other one does damage. So you can make him dizzy or do damage. Razor's kind of bringing it, so we're going to play it safe. Undertaker also has this huge uppercut out of grapple. There you go, the projectile worked in our favor that time. So we did the uppercut. It's pretty safe, put some distance between us, and then finished off with the projectile when he was further away. And we gotta watch out for that joy buzzer from Doink. Such a meaty, active attack. And if he does it while running, he gets a damage bonus on it. It does a ton of damage. Accidentally hit the button too soon there. Wanted to drop kick him off the top rope. Nope. It's supposed to do the projectile. Oh crap. Why am I hitting the wrong buttons on stuff here? Okay. And he has combo meter. I'm not going to mess with this. Here's a trick here. If you stand on the top rope, the game forces you to pin the opponent, but if you're on the top rope, it can't do that. And if you don't pin the opponent, they can't kick out, and the game just kind of moves on to avoid being stuck. So if your opponent has combo meter, just climb the top rope. Got Brett and HBK. Quite an unlikely pairing for this time frame here. But we've already got Brett taken out. Oh. What the heck? Did the ghost? I wanted to press back and do the kick, but he did his projectile instead. Okay. It's kind of weird that in this playthrough the CPU is really playing along and coming outside of the ring to me. This allows you to get the opponents one-on-one, so they can't gang up on you. And on top of that, if you deplete their life outside the ring, you don't have to pin them, they're disqualified. So if you get everybody outside the ring and disqualified, you skip the pin altogether, which is another way you can negate the opponent kicking out if they have combo meter. And this kind of exploit for Undertaker, his stun ghost, if you do it outside the ring, will actually hit opponents that are inside the ring. Oh no. Oh no. Let's see if we can... There we go. If you activate the fatality while he's in midair with an uppercut, the camera freezes, so you get this very mysterious scene playing out here. Can't see what's going on, and we can't see the tombstone in this shot, but sometimes it pans down and you just see the tombstone. Alright, so now we're at the 3-on-1 handicap matches, and this is not a team I want to go against. Bam Bam and Luger are very strong, and then when you mix in how annoying Doink can be sometimes... Oh, there we go, you saw the stun ghost hit. I thought I saw Lex Luger do a taunt, which that would have been bad if he hit us, because when you activate a taunt, your next attack does 4 times the damage. And that's very bad if Doink's Joy Buzzer is what hits you after that. Alright, so there's 2 of them on. Oh. Bam Bam getting the fast reversals. Cool. Got a slam. Uh-oh. This isn't good.
Listen to the crowd. What moron! Quick reversal. No one can touch him. This could be it.
And unfortunately, Bam Bam's giving us really fast reversals. He beat us on a uppercut that I tried to do, which is really bad. Right, go to the top rope. Good. Okay. Gave me a free hit. When you first start playing this game, moves off the top rope are unblockable, and they auto track. When you first start playing this game, the top rope maneuvers might seem kind of busted, but they're really not. Once you learn how to play the game, they're easy to avoid, easy to counter, except when you go to do a kick and it does ghost instead. There are other characters like Yokozuna, which you can press a single button, and when the opponent's in midair, it defaults to his overhead lift, so you can just grab them right out of the air and slam them. He has a special spinning slam that he can do out of the overhead. Why does he do it? Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be that. I don't know why he's doing the stun ghost when I'm doing the quarter circle forward. The stun ghost is quarter circle back. Okay, that'll take him out. So there we go. And who's next? Okay. I'm not too wild about this group either, but it could be worse. Razor Ramon's very basic. In a way, he is good for beginners because he has good base stats, and he has a few decent normals. Like, his dropkick is really, really, really good. But when you really get into the meat and potatoes of the game, he doesn't have the sizzle that some of the other characters do. It's not like he's a terrible, terrible character. It's just the other characters have a lot more going for them. They have some like huge advantage that really makes them tick, whereas Razor doesn't quite have that. And he taunted. I definitely don't want to be hit by that dropkick. Okay. He's doing really quick reversals, which you'll get a lot when you play on difficulty 10. The way the game works is you press forward, forward, power punch to do a grapple. And then once the grapple happens, the first person to input a move gets to do the move. So if it's the opponent, they get to do a reversal. You get a higher damage reward for being on the offense and instigating the grapple, but there's still plenty of reversals that do a lot of damage that can really add up. It's sort of like Killer Instinct, where sometimes when the opponent gets a combo breaker on you, it does more damage than what your combo did up to that point. And then a lot of people talk about the combos in this game. There are combos out of grapple, but unless it's a super combo, the opponent can reverse that at any point. So anybody who knows what they're doing will be able to put a move input in before you can finish the combo string. Which is why you do not see me doing those combos. Oh. I pressed buttons at the wrong time there. I think Brett hit him while he was being slammed. This is bad. This is bad. Okay. Okay. Oh no, he got second wind already. Crap. Why did I press that? Oh, this is bad. Okay. When you have combo meter, you do get to kick out, but it gives you magic pixel health, so pretty much any hit, even chip damage you take, will knock you out. It's just kind of a desperation second chance. And here we're at the final stage, the Royal Rumble. We have to take on all 8 opponents in the game. Thankfully, it's still only 3 at a time. And then when you enter the 3-on-1 and the 8 versus 1, you do get a attack and defense buff. You can see the quad slam is doing even more damage now, and you do gain a little bit of health back for every opponent that you eliminate. It isn't a ton, but it's usually enough to survive an extra hit. If it's like a really weak attack, maybe 2 of those. You'll see how much damage that quad slam's doing there. Oh man. Lex just ate a huge neck breaker from Bam Bam there. Yokozuna's being annoying again. Okay. And then Undertaker is probably the easiest 1cc out of all the characters, just because he has so much going for him. Big damage for doing, it's a little effort in getting huge damage out of it. But probably my favorite to play through is Yokozuna. He has a lot of things that just outright break the game. Okay, here we go. So now we're down to the final 3 opponents. Can show off. Here, come here. Try to show this off, but they're not really cooperating. Okay. Oh, come on. Really? Razor's got to ruin everything. Okay, let's do,
I've never seen anything like that. It's pandemonium in the ring. Get up, Ramon.
You can watch my health here. In the final 3 opponents, the quad slam, the extra hits, the game must think you're releasing the opponent with each slam. So for every slam that you do on the final 3 opponents, you gain health equivalent to eliminating an opponent. So between the final 3 opponents, you can gain back quite a bit of health as Undertaker. And I haven't found another move that does the same thing in the game, so it's yet another thing that makes Undertaker quite strong in the 1-player mode. And then we get the fan fiction ending here. So we got stare so intense it seemed to go past the man's eyes, past the flesh itself, straight to the soul. Taker lowered his head. The lights mysteriously went black, and all that could be seen through the darkness was a mist-like shape rising from the beaten man and dissipating into the Undertaker. Without any hesitation or remorse, he did this systematically to each of his foes that evening, as if in some hypnotic trance. It's a shame, too, because he actually liked some of those guys. It's not surprising, though, as no one could ever understand the ways of the Undertaker, except maybe Paul Bearer. After all was done, the Undertaker disappeared into the blackness and headed off to Death Valley, where he may rest in peace. There we go. There's the ending for the Undertaker. So, as per tradition there, 1cc with the Undertaker. Always the first 1cc I tackle at the new year. So we get all these great people that worked on this game. Essentially the NBA Jam team went on to make this. So there we go. WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. When I streamed on Twitch, this is probably the game I played the most out of all the games. This saw a lot of repetition, but it's probably in my top 10 favorite games of all time. Love this game, and it's been great over the past handful of years to really dig into this game and find out all the stuff that makes it tick. So again, thank you to LRock617, again, both on Twitch and YouTube. If you like arcade games and fighting games, he does a lot of 1cc's as well. So he just actually met his 150th 1cc, beating Battletoads Arcade with Rash, which is incredible. So do yourself a favor and give LRock617 a follow. And that's going to be it for me for right now. The first 1cc of 2022. I've done this like a million times, so it's not a big deal, but as I said, it's tradition. Right after the new year, after midnight, we do the 1cc of Wrestlemania with The Undertaker, and here we go. We have it done for this year, so we check that off the list. So thank you once again, and I hope everybody has a great 2022.